Okay, welcome to Enchanted Moments Podcast. I'm Monica,
I'm Spencer.
and today I want to talk about a little bit of reflection and gratitude. It's got cold,
Did get cold.
and when it gets cold, we tend to stay inside, and it's that time of the year anyway where we should be doing more inner work. All the animals go to sleep when they're supposed to in the winter, and days are shorter. We have more time in the dark. So I would say it's the perfect time of the year for us to start thinking a little bit about what we're grateful for. I have been a lucky person. That doesn't mean I lived in Leave It to Beaver existence. I think that was a fake thing anyway. I don't know anybody who grew up like that. But yes, the 50s were a simpler time. But then we got the 60s and the 70s, and that was really fun. And I know you didn't start exploring till the 80s, so.
Late.
I know, that's okay. And now we have Krim coming to say hi.
I need you to relax.
She can't stand it. She is a camera-loving diva. Yeah. So, what I would like for people to think about in the next week or so is just how can you let yourself relax and think about all the good things that have occurred for you in your life. We learn from everything. We experience everything. That's why we chose to come into this existence, was to have experiences. So, can't say I was crazy about all my experiences, but that's an honest expression from my authentic self. But I also have had incredibly wonderful experiences, and so I think we need to be more grateful. It's a difficult time. Anyone who has sensitivity to energy is probably being bombarded. People around you, energy from the world. I love you. Yes, I do. So take time to separate yourself and be a little bit isolated.
Mm-hmm.
We don't always have to be social butterflies like Krim. It's okay.
She's stuck.
Oh, well, can you unstick her?
I did.
Okay, thank you. There's a lot of circular thinking and getting personal. My son called me yesterday, and I love him, and he's wonderful, intelligent, caring, warm person, but he does the most amazing circular thinking of anyone I think I've ever met. And the whole idea of physical movement to stop that came to do something for him. Because I think the more sensitive we are, the more intelligent we are, the more we know what's right, what's wrong. We get caught up in that thinking, that hamster wheel of what can I do? What's worth it for me? It's not going to be better. How can I make it different? Blah, 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 blah. And we think that way a lot. And we should, honestly. We should think about what can we do to make a difference? What can I do to make a change in the world? But it has a downside, because it tends to be a spiraling vortex that sucks you in, and there's no bottom. It's just continuous, around and around and around and around. Yes, things can be difficult. They are difficult for many, many, many people. They're difficult for anyone right now that is not totally numb because you just can't escape what's happening in the world in general. we're not going to go through those because they're very negative. But there are some techniques, and so I wanted to share something I found besides getting up and physically moving when you're having very disturbing thoughts, because that breaks the cycle. Physically moving makes you do something else, makes you be aware of your body. It just changes your entire perspective. So if you start finding yourself spiraling, get up and walk around. You know, open the door, take a deep breath of fresh air, anything to make a difference in how your thought processes are going. But this was an interesting, anyway, it is interesting. One of the suggestions that they have is to take a brain dump. So get out a piece of paper and write down everything that's really on your mind. Then here's what I would do. They don't say to do it, but here's what I do. Take it outside, or take it to a cauldron, or take it to a oven safe dish, burn it, let it go, get rid of it, eliminate it from your life. And that way you will, besides getting it all out and onto paper where you can see that there are other things you can do, get rid of those thoughts. Just burn them out, get them out of there. And then I would say do something that's very sense oriented. So besides moving, smells that you love, do something that you like. So if it's do a jigsaw puzzle, or walk outside, or look at all your plants and take care of them that day. That's a good day to do plant work, you know. Pull off all the dead pieces that you don't need on there, water them, turn them a little bit so they get different light, whatever. That's a good activity. The other thing that they're suggesting is schedule a worry period.
Oh.
So, and I've never thought about this. So, because I tend to try to avoid those those periods of time. However, I get that if you allow yourself a certain amount of time during the day to just do worry, that then you can go to something else and not have that fear of sinking back into it. You get your 15 minutes of fame, worry, between 12:15 and 12:30 every day, or when I'm driving in the car on my way to go to work. Or I would suggest not doing it on the way home because that colors your entire evening. But I would definitely say you could do it in the morning, because then when you get out of the car, you're starting over. You're starting fresh. You're doing something totally different.
Hello. Hi. I mean, kind of about the worry thing though, but yeah.
It is like the worry thing. We were just talking, we got cut in half, I guess. We just talked to our UPS driver, and he was saying that he was so concerned when he flew back from vacation that he would have problems with his air travel, which so many people are, and he only had a small delay, and so he got home pretty easily, which was excellent. Excellent. But yeah, that we worry about everything. So we were talking about scheduling a worry time and then limiting it to that time. That's going to be the key. If you can set yourself down and worry for a specific period of time, then that will work. But you can't keep going.
Yeah.
You can't keep going. So I would suggest, if you set that worry time aside, do the paper thing where you dump all your thoughts on paper, end it, burn it, and have a period of time that has an ending to it. That would be better than the other thing. Remember, thoughts are just thoughts. They are not real. They may feel real, but they're thoughts. So when you're thinking negative things, they aren't actually occurring.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, they won't necessarily occur. We don't know. All we have is right now. So being upset about something that can happen or looks like it's happening, we can't do anything about that right now. All we can do is right now. So that's something to remember too. And we've all heard, is it going to be important in a week? Is that going to be important in a year? Is anybody going to even remember it in a couple years? That's the other way to look at your negative thought process. The things you're worrying about are important to you right this minute, but maybe they won't even be a problem later.
And maybe they won't even happen.
That's true.
I worry about things that don't happen.
Correct, and we all do it. I mean, there is no way there's anybody out there who has not done that.
Yeah.
The other is to reframe your thoughts. These aren't worries. You know, think about slowing down, taking deep breaths, changing how you're thinking, turn things around and be opposite. So if you're worried about something, I'm worried I'm not going to have enough money to pay my bills, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't worry about that? So you just say, I have all the money I need to pay my bills. And some left over to get Grater's ice cream. I mean, you know, something that will break that thought process and turn it into something that's a positive thought.
Yeah.
That is the best thing to do, Krim. She has no negative thought processes. She's like the queen of I am worshipped, loved, and adored, and there's nothing that bothers me.
Yeah, I think Tank kind of bothers her.
Occasionally.
Not because he bothers her, but because she's bothered by him. His presence.
Yes, yes. But try some of those ideas. We hope that helps a little bit, getting some of these disturbing thoughts out of the way. And it's going to be music in the background for a minute, but we appreciate you. Please check in with us again. Live in love and light, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.